So, you got yourself a nice roast. Paid $35.79, not including, well, there may be tax, there may not be tax, depends on whatever you got at the grocery store. However, this is a nice rib roast, beef rib roast. This particular one is from the Metro. And you want to cook it. But you have a problem. The problem is the football game is on, the hockey game is on, and you have to watch this thing and make sure that it doesn't burn up or overcook or undercook or whatever. So what do? Well, you know, you've got meat thermometers. You can go back and forth to the oven and check it with a meat thermometer. And a lot of times you'll forget all about it because that game, well, it just absorbs your mind. You cannot help but not watch that game. Then if you ruin the food, well, your girlfriend or your wife might get a little upset with you because, well, they put you in charge of this. And you may have wanted to barbecue it because, hey, nothing beats a barbecue. But then what about Canada and the fact that it's going to be minus 20 soon outside? And even though you like to barbecue, who wants to stand out in minus 20 and barbecue? So how do you solve all these problems? What can you do? Well, technology is a wonderful thing. Get yourself one of these. This is a wireless thermometer. Yeah, you heard me say it. A wireless thermometer with 2 probes. And it has a 500-foot range. It also has the ability to set a little temperature alarms in it so that when it reaches certain temperatures, it lets you know. What a good idea. Now, what can you possibly solve with this problem? Well, now you can watch the game. Nothing is going to happen to your beautiful rib roast unless you are totally ignoring this. But that's not going to happen because it's going to sound an alarm. Let's take a look at this thing. Now, I have used this before, so this isn't the first or unboxing of this. I wanted to test it thoroughly to make sure that it worked. But I can tell you that this particular thing works. And what are we going to do with this? So it comes with 2 units. And by the way, you can get one of these on Amazon for about $40. Yeah, you heard me say it. It's only $40. And that is only $5 more than it cost me to buy this piece of meat. So, it has a magnetic and a stand, so you can prop up your little devices. This one here is the transmitter, which I believe also comes with batteries too, by the way. You don't even have to buy batteries for it. And it has a little hook thing that you can stand. You can also stand this one up too. How ingenious is that? It even has this little hook thingy here that pops up. Look at that. They thought of everything. And it's got the 2 probe inputs. So, you take these probes, take off the covers, plug said probes into these outlets here, and it will give you a reading of what's going on with your meat. Now you have the option of putting both probes in different spots of the meat to make sure that the meat is cooking at the temperature for different spots. But what I like to do is I like to have one probe for my oven temperature to see if my oven temperature is accurate, and then I have another probe for my meat temperature, which is, I think, pretty much all you really need. It comes with instructions, and the instructions are not the greatest, but it does explain in English how it works, how to set the meat alarm. You can have the high-low button. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really nice piece of meat and I'm going to put it in my oven, and I'm going to show you how exactly all of these things work. And you can also set it in Fahrenheit, or you can set it in Celsius too. So let me see, I'll just turn it on. Here, I'm gonna get it turned on here. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I was holding it when I shouldn't have held it. So now it says nothing. It also has a backlit display, so if you're watching the game in low light or you're watching it with your projection TV system, you don't even have to worry about that. And keep in mind, you can be 500 feet away. That is longer the length of a football field. So even with the walls and everything in your house, you're pretty much good for your whole house. So wonderful little device. So anyways, let's get this situation set up, and I'm going to I'm not going to show you me sticking the probes into the meat or anything like that. I don't think that's necessary, but I do want to show you what the displays look like and how that works. So bear with me, and I will get all of this set up right now. Okay, so we've got this unit all hooked up. My meat is in the oven. Again, 500-foot range, has an alarm, has a backlight, has a timer, has preset meat temperatures, and it's waterproof. So even if you're barbecuing outside and you're worried about the elements ruining your new digital thermometer, it won't happen. And it is fairly easy to use. So I've got my rib roast in the oven. I'm going to power on this unit here, and right now it is transmitting. So there's a display on the one by the oven and this one too, which is kind of nice. So if this one went dead, you could always use that one as a backup. Or if you left this one in one room and you don't have to go all the way back just to see your display, you can just go back and look at that one. So the first temperature that I have here is the temperature of the meat itself. I have set it for 160 degrees, and the oven I put at 350. So I'm going to change that. Let me just see here. So I'm going to change that. Okay, I'm going to change this to 160. Let's go 162. Okay. And then let me see. And then I'll let that go, and then I'm going to go set. We'll go down. Oh, there we go. 400 degrees. Yeah, I'm over 350. So I'm going to go change it. See how the alarm went off? Because the oven temperature went there. So this is a good display, and it flashes the light. Okay. So I'm going to hit the alarm button. That's how you silence it. And I'm going to turn down my oven from 400 degrees because I forgot that I preheated it. I'll just be right back. I have turned down the oven because you always preheat your oven a little bit hotter and then you turn it down afterwards. not at risk right now because the meat's only at 92. So anyways, yeah, and you can also set a timer down here. So if you wish to have a timer, you want to, you know, check on this display after a certain time, you can. Just get that smudge off of there. So with the timer, you go down here, you just hit timer, and then you can change your settings. So there's 23 hours, there's 0 hours, hit timer again. So let's say I want to check on my product in 15 minutes, hit timer again, and then hit start and stop. See, now it's counting down. How about that? See, fairly easy to use. Again, there's your backlight, you know, and you can shut that off. Want to save some battery juice. There's my oven temperature. As you can see, it's going down. It's at 385, you know. And you know, the probe alarms, you know, I can change those to different temperatures as I showed you. It does have presets for beef, pork, fish, that sort of thing. You could even use this for baking if you're not afraid to put a probe in whatever you're doing. So if you're making a pie or heating something up and you don't want it to burn. But there's a lot of food out there that is burn, you know, sensitive. If it overcooks, it's totally ruined. Just to give you an idea what the presets look like without messing with what I'm doing, is you see the picture of the cow right there? So you can have the cow well done, and it even tells you that that would be 170. So it'll recommend. If you wanted a medium, then it'd be 160, that sort of thing. I'm actually going to let's go a little bit more well done on that. So probe alarm, okay, then I go set, okay, there, set, okay, hang on, I'm gonna go back up there, set, oh wait a minute, there we go. So I'm going to go up to, let's say 167. Okay, and then if I wanted to change this, I can. So as you can see, if you want to scroll through these things, you can just go like that, and then you can change. You also have a high meat, like this is your high-low setting. So you can set your high temperature and your low temperature too. Okay, so. And there's you have chicken, you know, you've got your, what is that one there? Oh, for rare, if you want rare. You got medium, okay, so you've got medium. Okay, see how it's set back down again? So I'm going into a custom setting right now. Let's go 167. Okay, and then I just go set. And if I just leave it alone, then it just does it. So you just leave it alone. And every time you see that little thermometer, this thing here, that's it's transmitting. So it transmits every like 2 or 3 seconds. So then we've got this at 11 minutes. You know, right now my temperature's down to 341. So that's the other thing too, is that your oven dial might not be all that accurate. 341 is okay. You know, you can go 325, 341. And that's pretty much it, you know, on how this works. This one's called by Thermo Pro. Okay, Thermo Pro, 500-foot range. I believe it was $44 Canadian. So very nice case, very durable. It's got, like I said, it's got a stand. You know, it's magnetic. You can slap it on the side of something. It's even got a hook. It's got everything. So it's just a really good setup for that. So I would recommend this, and I'm going to enjoy my roast when it's done. And I can watch a movie, I can do chores. If you are a single mom or a stay-at-home dad and you have to look after little kids and you are constantly being distracted, if you work at home and you're on the computer, or maybe you like to just surf on your cell phone and you don't want to forget about what's in the oven, get one of these. You don't have to hang around the kitchen. Like I said, the other advantage is you want to barbecue outside in the winter, you don't want to freeze to death, get one of these. If you want to stay out of a hot kitchen in the summertime, and you want to just stay in your nice cooler living room, maybe that's where your air conditioner is, get one of these. $44, well worth the money. So, good bang for your buck. It's not too expensive. The batteries last a long time. I think I've had those batteries in for a while now. I've cooked about 3 or 4 meals with this. Everything came out just fine. Okay, so I'm watching the game. This happens to be a rerun of Super Bowl 51, one of the best Super Bowl games going. This is where Atlanta was ahead, and then New England ended up winning it. So, spoiler alert. Enjoying my Blue Collar Guy coffee, and of course this was a review. And here is my food in my oven right here. I'm going to turn on the light because, you know, it is nice and dark for the game. And looks like we're at 145 now. Going for that 167. Oven is at 308. And yeah, we're doing good. We are cooking away just like a champ. Also set a secondary timer just so I can kind of remind myself to look at the screen every now and then. Don't want to forget. And if I want to redo the timer, let's say I can stop it. See how I just stopped the timer? And I can start it again. Okay. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and be safe at work. Blue Collar Guy out.